Gary, with the focus on like cost and bringing down your cost to tendering, what benefits do you see going from LOD 300 to LOD 500? Because every construction company out there wants to keep their cost of tendering low. That's an overhead.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So LOD 300 and 500 is probably a harder one at the moment to really weigh up that cost benefit for them. Because there is such a gap, even just going from 300 to 350, some people aren't seeing the benefit out of that. So 500 is definitely, it's at the back end, and we're not going to get that information. Like, we do a lot of work for the contractors in the design and build space. They don't generally like to divulge that information of if it worked before and made their life better or not. Like, we're finding it hard to pull that information out at the moment, but like, it's something that it'll turn at some point, and we believe. But I think the proof should be in the pudding, right? Like, if you can build something more efficiently and better, maybe less labour or whatever it is, there's got to be a reason behind that, and it's because you've got a good model or a good set of drawings which generally come out of that model. So you should be able to essentially build faster, build better with maybe less labour. So,
I mean, that's as long as there's enough uptake and people actually understand what they're looking at.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, exactly. That's the gap that we're trying to bridge at the moment, and it's not just me in the last 7 months, 8 months. It's people for the last 8 years plus. Like,
I mean, it's been going on forever now.
Yeah, my managing director's been doing it for quite a while. He's been banging on it for a while, for 8+ years, and still fighting that fight. But slowly people are getting the gist of it and starting to see, even me personally, coming from the contractor space, plumbing on site, project managing, and working with pretty much a fully coordinated model, and then trying to show that to the guys on site. It was great. Like, it was a great tool. Yeah. It was a tool that I used as a project manager to explain the job better.
Yeah, I mean, visually seeing it adds crazy benefits, doesn't it?
Grab the boys, give them a walkthrough.
Come back to the original question, right? So if it would cost me $100 to produce an LOD 300 model, how much would it cost me to build an LOD 500 model? Estimate it.
Yeah, look,
throw a number.
Look, probably to go up to 500.
Yep, from 300 to 500.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand the quantum jump.
Yeah, I did have a think about this question myself, to be honest. Just, it's hard. It is like, it's a time thing, right? So like any construction business, whatever, that comes down to how many hours you think it's going to take. But look, percentage-wise, it could be another cost of between 25 and say 35 or 40% more to the cost. But the information you could pull out of that, if you know how to pull the right information out, could pay itself off if you use the data right.
And if you're going to utilize that data. Yeah. Because I'll tell you with certainty that most of the construction companies out there are not utilizing the information.
We know they're not.
Efficiently and effectively.
Yeah. We even know the contractors, you could get full takeoffs done out of the models if you wanted to.
I kind of do that now. So with Asta Power Projects is one of the tools that I use to write programs, because my model information and my program is all in the same platform, and I can run 40 sims off it. Yeah. So the first thing I do is I get a 3D model, if it's LOD 300, 500, whatever. Push a button, literally does an entire takeoff for me of every single element in the model. Yeah. And just spits it out. Yeah. So that way, and then I can group that information per level, if the metadata coding in the model is right.
Yeah, then that's the key, right?
100%. It comes back to how you manage your data and where the standardization comes into play. Yeah. Because there's no standardization across designer X design, puts in bits of information in there, and then I get another international designer who goes, their models are like 3 gigabyte. There's a shit ton of information, but half of it's fucking useless.
Yeah, I know.
Like, what's going on here, guys?
Yeah. I think you're 100% right. A good standardization would help streamline that a lot, which would be great. And then I think just some good case studies would be really good on the cost-benefit analysis. Yeah. I think here would be hard to try and get that information out, because it still relatively fresh and new, I guess, in some ways. Like, it's been around for a long time, but it's not. But the understanding of it's still developing, So
we've got faster computers today.
Yeah, exactly.
You got faster processing power.
Should be no-brainer, really.
We live on the edge of abundance. Yeah. There's AI in play. So, you've got all these tools available to you. Yeah. How do you then utilize that data to then build smarter, faster, better?
Yeah, right? And that is the challenge that we face, and that's what got me excited about changing these careers, to be honest, because I think there's an opportunity to really try and change.
What are you doing to change the mindset in the industry?
Well,
personally,
me personally, just trying to push our case for why we think these, like doing a good model, is beneficial to everyone, to the contractor, to the builder, to the client. Like really try and get everybody on that same page that a good model will be really useful for the project. Like it should take out a lot of the questions that you come up against when you end up building it. So
it's again cost benefit, right?
Cost benefit.
Are you going to invest all that money up in tendering?
Yeah, exactly.
And if nobody's going to use it,
they're doing it. But people are doing it anyway. Like the contractors and clients are paying for it anyway.
Yeah.
And they're not getting a good result, and then they're not getting a good build result either because they're not doing it properly. So they actually are spending quite a lot of money up front for this stuff, and not understanding what they're paying for, and not getting a good result out of it, and then we come in on the contractor side and end up having to try to fix up or whatever, or try and give them a better model or better set of drawings out of it, and they end up paying more for it anyway. So, which that's fine. It gives me a job, right? But
round and round in circles we go, eh?
Round and round in circles we go. But and so it will come back to education. So it's just so I think
upskilling. What
I'm want to try and do to change is try to educate as many people as we can, within the industry that we're already working in. Site guys is the key at the moment, like trying to educate those, the hard workers that rock up to work and just want to throw a shovel in the ground or chuck some formwork up or whatever, getting them to understand how it can benefit them, because they think it doesn't benefit them, but it could.
But think about it from a site perspective. The only thing that makes you money is the quicker you put up steel or pour concrete.
100%.
Nothing else makes you money.
The only way to save money is, or to make good money is to save on labour, right?
Yeah, 100%.
That's where the good margins are. If you can save on labour, and do it faster, then you're going to make some money.
But digital technology has a big part to play in all of this.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, let's keep a close eye on that space.
So we'll just keep fighting the fight, mate.
Yeah, that's it. That's all.